all of me, Al. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Staten Island, and welcome to the Al Lambert Show, which we've been doing here for quite some time. Every show is dedicated to the memory of my mom and dad. We lived about 5 minutes away from here, and particularly my dad, who started his show here in the late 80s when cable started on Staten Island, and it was the Dom Lambert Show, and it's actually morphed into the Al Lambert Show. We're related, obviously. And it's always about people who help people, lots of charities and events. We did a telethon for Ukraine not so long ago here with all the help of the fabulous CTV people, and so many others volunteered, and we raised the money. We'll be giving a check next week to the organizations for the people in the Ukraine. But I also always feature live entertainment and music and authors, and because people who help people are people. Entertainers are people. They're better to listen to an entertainer than going to see a therapist. Excuse me, you therapists out there, but music is really a panacea in many cases. So today, I have two special guests. I have the lovely Lynn Portas, and I have been playing music for a long time together, and she's just amazing. And Susan Campanaro, who is a singer and just wonderful.
Thank you, Al. So it's all about the music and the inspiration and the need to continue to reinvent yourself so you can be of service to others. Not gonna go back to how it once was, 'cause it doesn't work. Everything changes in me, I'll adjust or I'll go berserk. I'll reinvent myself, I always have, that's how I survive. Never seem like the right scene on my stage, I'm in this place, I'm alive. As long as I'm working, I'm happy. As long as I'm happy, there's music. As long as there's music, I'm breathing. As long as I'm breathing, I'll just keep going on. I keep moving and growing. Grow to a new height and knowing I'll make it anywhere. Turn the page, I'll still be there. Singing nonstop for about a day and a half.
Well, let me tell you, there are so many things. You have a beautiful voice and a terrific delivery.
Oh, thank you.
You make people want to listen to your next word. There are singers that don't have that. They just don't have it. And did you write that?
Lynn Portas wrote that for me.
Wow.
And
Jesus,
for my character,
beautiful.
Lavinia Draper.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Well, what a collaboration between you singing it and you wrote that. That's beautiful. Not that I should have known, but she wrote a song that I recorded about 20 years ago, and I can't find the damn recording.
What was it called?
It was called You Don't Have to...
I don't want to wait.
I don't want to wait for tomorrow, right?
Someday.
Till someday. 20 years ago. But
Tomorrow, someday. I don't want to wait.
But that's something you should...
Are you giving me the permission to sing your song as Lavinia?
I'm giving you the permission to hear this song.
Oh, hear a song.
No, I want you to sing it if you like it. I'm saying it's so good.
Wow.
That I said to her when she first wrote it, I said, listen to me. This song is so good. I'm not good enough. And if I were good enough, I'm not viable. Tony Bennett should have this song. Steve Lawrence should have this song. And that's why you should listen to it, because you would kill that song.
Oh, well, I will listen to it.
Yeah. Do you still have it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, it's right in her brain. Her brain is a computer.
I wish I had the words, but that's all.
Her brain is a computer.
Her brain is a computer.
Yesterday, we had a gig at the Sandcastle in Cherry Grove, Fire Island. If anyone goes to Fire Island, go eat the food at the Sandcastle. Chef Noel is amazing, and the owner, Anthony, is Dreamboat. But Lynn was playing, and we were doing our thing. We were having a great old time. And these people who were watching us, they were amazed by Lynn. They're like, "How is she doing that?" Like out loud, how is she doing that? Yeah. She's just playing everything. I said, "It's just her brain. No music.
You're right.
It's all in her head."
Well, again, it's all about the both of you. So I'm going to spend a couple of seconds on her.
I love it.
I did all these shows for years. These larger productions. Lynn can tell you. In fact, at one point, I had 125 people in the cast, and the shows were really great. They raised a ton of money for charity on Staten Island, but they were really great. Look, I had all types. I had some amateurs. I had some local theater people. I had some pros and equity people, and the whole gamut.
Takes a village.
It takes a village. We did 64 songs in one of the shows. So they would bring the music, and she'd look at it. By the third rehearsal, she knew all 64 songs. The introductions, where the breaks, if there was a modulation, if they were coming back in, 64 songs.
Yeah.
And she does the show, just a list of what's next.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unheard of.
4-hour cabaret show. It's just a 4-hour cabaret show.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Yeah, she's got a great brain.
She's got a great brain. I'm moving over. All right,
enough of me. Enough about me and my brain. Me and my brain.
So I know your show is different. I came up to see the show in New York, and I loved the show. It was just amazing. You were captivating. And that's very hard to do when it's one person.
Well,
I feel.
I'm just going to say that
there was another person. She's coming later, but bottom line.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about the one-person show. So, my musical written by myself, the book by me, Susan Campanaro, and Lynn Portas wrote the lyrics and composed all the music. It's called Doing Time with Lavinia, and it's being done as a benefit at the Stonewall on June 20th for SIGB. That is the Stonewall Inn Gives Back Initiative.
Great.
And what it is
down in the village.
Down on the village, 53 Christopher Street. I work there on Monday nights with my friend Maria Gentili. We do piano bar.
Love Maria.
Yes, she's my best bud. But SIGB, the Stonewall Inn Gives Back Initiative, is for at-risk LGBTQ young people and finding them safe spaces. A lot of young people are homeless. They've disassociated maybe from their family, or their family has disassociated themselves from them.
Of course, and go both
and
ways.
So this is the way that the Stonewall is giving back to the young community. And I also work with Maria at the center on 13th Street, which is the LGBTQ Center. I work with Road Recovery, which roadrecovery.org, and it's a nonprofit that works with at-risk youths. And we creatively mentor through music. So we have a lot of rock stars on our board, and people in the music industry.
You can't say who they are, right?
No, I won't say right now, but you can go to roadrecovery.org
and see who it is. That's really amazing. Well, Lynn may have told you, I have a stepson who is transgender. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, amazing. And we're so proud of him and his journey. And he's come so far, and it's a beautiful thing. It makes me cry at times because I realize how difficult it was.
Right.
And he was also autistic, but Asperger's, very high functioning. Mm-hmm. Drives, has a car, terrific person all the way through. But just an amazing person. And it was a journey for us as well as it was. Yeah, the journey is her journey, and it was up to us whether we're going along or not.
Right.
And we went along big time, supporting parents,
What's going on with the youth, in my opinion, from what I talk to them about, is that they will not be denied. They're tired of being denied.
Right.
It's where they are, it's what they're doing, and they are standing up for it. And it's difficult. But what's really wonderful, what Maria and I have created at the center, is that we have this little rock band. It's small yet,
Right,
but
right.
we're working with the youth program at the LGBTQ Center in Manhattan, and we've got this little group of people, and they're like leaving our group and going to have coffee or having a pizza, or you know what I mean?
right.
Like they're finding community.
Yeah.
Now there's little musicians, like maybe a little band coming together. We're going to have a show on the 29th, a finale, to celebrate what we worked for in our 10-week cycle.
Terrific.
And so it's fun
great.
too.
So I found out that you guys met in Tony and Tina's wedding.
You said it right. Tony and Tina's wedding.
I've been saying it wrong for a long time.
Well, the girls first. Yeah, you're just used to
That's what I was doing, actually. Thank you.
The girl's the star.
You. But bottom line, so tell me a little bit about the beginning of that collaboration.
Well, what happened was I met the director, and I actually could say I was discovered on a bar stool. I was at the 55 bar that's closed now on Christopher Street, old jazz club. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
I heard of it. I wasn't there.
So it just closed because of the pandemic about 3 weeks ago. Sad. But I met the director there, and, I was a little 23-year-old, and she's like, you look like my vision of Tina. And I'm like, of course I do. I'm 23. Right. Now, many moons later. But I got into the play, and I had met Maria at Joe's Bar and Grill. That was around the corner. So here's 10th, here's Christopher. The play's over here on Waverly because it forks like this on West 4th. And so there I am, and then there's Maria. And so then we were like, oh, you look familiar. And then the musical director left, and then Lynn comes.
Right.
And what happened, and I'll just speak for what happened, Lynn came in and she decided to kind of upgrade all the music. So basically, in a play that's been running for many, many years, you have many casts. Right. So you have the first cast that originated, then there was the second cast, then there was this third cast, which was us. And then Lynn resurged all the music, and we just were like a hit for like 2 years. We were like on fire. So Lynn and the three of us band together and everyone was very close, but we became very close.
Well, I saw
Maybe
that
it's the
show
Italian
too.
thing.
Well, it's probably the Italian
Maybe it's
thing.
the Italian thing.
Well, the funny thing is, I saw that too. I'm just realizing I went up to see that.
Yeah, I was Donna. I sang with the band.
We brought the whole club. Yeah,
I sang with the band.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you ever know that you're my hero?
And I would say, get off my stage.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, the best thing is,
I didn't like Donna
this is
Marsala.
Tina's favorite song, Desperado.
Yeah, I didn't like her because she liked the singer in the band.
Who was Paul Maizano at the time, who is my bestest male friend. I stood up for him when he married his husband.
Wow,
I was his best woman. He is my brother.
Oh, that's great. You
So-
made the greatest relationships during that.
Oh, it changed my entire life.
Isn't
If I
that
wasn't
amazing?
in that play, I would not have the life
Isn't
I
that
have today.
amazing? That's what we said before. You never know where it's going to come.
Yeah, you have
From
to.
whence it's going to come.
Yeah, and you have to look at your gifts and appreciate it.
Absolutely
You
right.
have to know what your gifts were because, if you don't remember that there were good things that happened to you, you could fall into that maudlin, self-defeating, self-centered fear. You got to remember that everybody gets what they get. And you could look at it as a bouquet of roses or as, weeds.
You got to work with it.
You got to work with what you get.
We all have our, insecurities, our moments when we can't get up in the morning. But my father, I always say, well, I don't know how, I don't say it on television, but I may say it. I used to say when I was young, I'm a little tired today. Yeah, I hate to use the word depressed. Oh, you're depressed? Get the lawnmower. I'm going to show you what depressed is. And he would go walk me in the garage and go, and all of a sudden, you're not going to be depressed in 2 hours, he'd say.
Right.
And that's the truth. That's how I was raised. There was no nonsense. You didn't have time for that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Different world, I understand. But, that's how it was.
No, but do something.
Do something.
I was sitting at a party one time all maudlin and sad, and this older lady came up to me, and she's like, why don't you serve some cake? I was like, all right. And then you're like serving cake.
Right.
You're in the corner like a wallflower.
It's great.
Nobody loves me.
So tell me about the change of name. I know the original name of the show and the present name of the show.
Well, so Actually,
when I saw it, it was the old name.
Missing Person.
Yes,
Missing
it was.
Person.
It's called Missing Person in its original form. When we started writing this music, it was called 5 Minutes Miss Draper. She was in a dressing room, and Lynn and I started writing together.
Gotcha.
And then we honed it down, and Lavinia went to jail, and then it was Missing Person. And then what happened was we got accepted into the United Solo Festival. So that is going to be, our performance is October 21st. It's a Friday.
I saw that on you.
Yeah, so we sat down, we had meetings with our group, our our stage manager, our production team, our director, our friends, and we were talking about a name, and a name that really said what this show is about,
right.
but that would transcend just the show, like doing time with Lavinia, like you're spending time with Lavinia. My alter ego Lavinia is in clubs, does events, hosts, all kind. So doing time with Lavinia is also a great hashtag. Like it's like you're doing time with Lavinia. You're spending time with Lavinia. So it's the play, and then it's any time you're with her.
Right.
You're doing time with her. You're seeing her in jail, and you're also hanging out with her.
Right. That's cool. It's a great
so
name.
it's sort of, I don't know how it all came about. I think somebody in the group said it, and we were like, let's mull that over. Let's think about it.
Right.
And then we mocked up a poster. Hey, little plug for my friend Kenny Holcomb, best graphic artist.
Great. Good plug for Kenny.
Oh, he's amazing. And I said, can you do a mock-up of Doing Time with Lavinia? And he did, and that's what we got.
That's how it came. Now, biographical? Is it almost biographical?
Yes, it's my story and Lavinia's story combined.
Okay.
So I would go to Lynn and I would do like a monologue, or I would say, well, this is what was happening in my life, or this is how I was feeling, and this is what was going on. And then she would sit with it. I would say no more than a week, 2 weeks. And then I'd come back and she'd say, this is the song. Or well, let's work with this, right?
Right, right. I get it.
We did a lot of music.
Yeah.
We did at least 16 songs.
Yeah.
Not all of them are in the show now.
Right.
We did a lot of music.
Did a lot of music,
yeah.
I'm sure.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, no, what I saw I liked, and I know. Now tell me about, you guys were in Florida, I know that. And what do? You do individual productions, or how do you space it? How do you market it? How do you get it out there the way you've been doing? What's the process?
Well, the process has been the one-man band, which is me, and it's getting better. I've got a team now, but what happened with the Florida thing was I'm also a director and a content creator, and I help people. One of the things I really like to do is be with an artist. Like, let's just say I'll keep it in the us. So say you said to me, you know what, I really want to do a show based on this part of my life. So I would sit with you, listen to this story, listen to the songs you want to sing, listen to the things you want to say, and I'm very good at putting it all together.
Got you.
I just have a way of that.
You're a builder.
Yeah, I can put it together. So basically, my friend Timmy, that was in Tony and Tina's wedding, he was the best man back in the day.
Back in the day.
He had a great show called Lobster Tales. And back in the day, I originally directed him. And then he let it go for a while. And then he said, you know, Susan, I want to research it. So he had a friend who owned a theater in Florida. Little theater. She's a great lady.
Okay.
A little storefront theater, believe it or not, in Florida, in a shopping center. Strange, but...
It's okay. They do that in Nashville. It's like a big deal in there.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? Why don't Lynn and I go? We'll do the first hour, and then you do your show, because his show's a step up racy than ours.
Okay.
You know, ours can be seen by more of an open-minded crowd, and his is a little out there. So... basically, we went, and it was like a godsend, because we got to be together. We got to do 4 shows in my hometown. I got to do material about my hometown, Palm Beach, in front of the young women.
You were Floridian.
I'm a Floridian. In front of the young... they're not young anymore. The people I went to school with since I'm 5 years old.
How cool is that?
6 years old, actually.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and they were there. One's a judge, one's a lawyer.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're watching me, do my story from Dade County jail cell.
That's great.
But Lynn and I got to hone it.
Yeah,
it's really about honing.
That's right.
To me, even today, picking out a word, I don't want a word that I'm not going to say. Because when I read it, my process is to read. Right. And if I keep reading the wrong word, it's going to get into my psyche.
I agree.
So I'm very particular about that kind of stuff. But we got a chance to hone it, and that's why we went to Florida. But we were really doing it for Timmy. We were like a side shoot, but we had a great time.
Right, it was great.
And
my friend went to see the show, Joe Daly.
Joe did.
Joe directed some of the shows I did.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did he like it?
Oh, yeah, he absolutely loved it. He was texting me when you guys... he wrote on his messaging me. He absolutely loved it. He's doing a show right now. He's got one more show that he directed. It's at Richmond Town. They use that Richmond Town courthouse.
Oh, I love it.
So he's directing the show now. It's been jammed. I can't think of the name of it, and I apologize, but it's been jammed. They're filling the house. Yeah, he's really cool. So we have a place in Vero Beach, and recently, the past 3 or 4 years, and so I met some musicians down there. When I go down there now, I'm able to sing and do my thing, which is, in fact, my cousin who lives there and my wife conned me. They wanted to make sure I met musicians because they knew that's the only way that I would go down there, and they pushed it. You got to go see this guy and that guy.
But
it worked to my better.
That's a great wife for you.
Yeah, you're right.
What a great wife. I mean, she knows that's your passion.
She knows that's my passion. She says, if he meets musicians and he gets a chance to sing, he'll come to Florida.
Oh, yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. So, she's a smart girl. It worked out great.
That's fantastic. I mean, for me, anywhere to perform is fantastic.
I feel the same way.
It's live
we're
performing.
Entertainers, we're performers, we're singers. But I have to tell you, this is my take on it after doing this for most of my life. There's a difference between singing, entertaining, and singing, and also singing well and reaching an audience. There's so many levels to it. Somebody could just stand there and sing, and all right, they sang the song. It may have been fairly articulate and on key, but did they get to you? Did they get to your soul? There's a big difference.
Yeah, I trained with Susan Batson, who is an amazing coach. She's worked with Nicole Kidman for most of her career, and most recently Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper and Tom Cruise.
Well, there you go.
And she was my coach for many, many years, and we honed this piece at the Susan Batson studio pre-pandemic.
Isn't that cool?
Yes, and then it was actually my boyfriend, he was working with the late, great Ed Asner in a play. My boyfriend's a producer. And Ed Asner came to see us, and he said, it's sad. There's got to be a win in there. And he helped. There's a part in the play where I become like a famous club kid.
Right.
And that's like, he goes, there's got to be something good that happened. And I'm like, I was a famous club kid,
That's great.
So you never know where the inspiration is going to come from.
His word in.
And then my vocal coach is Mary Satrakian. And she also prepared Nicole Kidman for Moulin Rouge, the film. And
with the right people.
Yeah, and they just have a style. And basically, the center is the object of your desire. You sing to somebody.
Right.
You have to be singing to somebody.
I agree.
You have to personalize it. And then over here is like an unfulfilled dream or an object or a place. There's got to be the fourth wall. Something's got to be operating in front of you.
Right.
You have to see things. So what my one-person show technique is to see everything in front of me.
Right. Well,
I have to see it.
You have to see it.
Yeah.
Quickly, because I know...
you got to sing.
Well,
you're going to sing out.
Lavinia's
coming.
Right.
Oh, let me go get her.
Before you go, I want to tell you. So I wrote this, I may have told you this, I wrote an actual college course called The Art of Entertaining.
Oh, I love that.
Which no one has ever actually thought about that. And what are you really doing when you're entertaining? What's the psychology? What are the levels? So I singled out about maybe 16 different categories, and I did in each category the various things you had to do. So I presented it for 9 years to different colleges, and no one went with it. I don't think they saw it as something that would be important. Because I said that what you talked about, the fourth wall. How do you break it down? How do you get on that stage and in a second break it down so you don't have to warm up to break it down?
Right.
How do you? What's the technique? Now, she has it in spades. You have it in spades. So at the 10th year, I was so pissed off. And those days, no computer. I did this in the 90s, late 90s. I throw it away. And I throw it in a pail. 4 months later, the College of Staten Island calls me up. We want that course. And like a jerk, because I did it in anger, I didn't keep a copy. And how many times have I tried to redo it, and really write it? Because you can teach a lot of that to people. You can teach it, but a lot comes naturally, but it is teachable.
Oh yeah, of course it is. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so
it's all about letting go too.
Yes,
let go.
Absolutely, be free.
Let go. Let the higher power do its business.
So you want to
Let me go find her because she's probably lost.
She's probably lost, and she's probably like waiting in the wings, wanting to come on.
Waiting with a drink.
Recorded by everybody, this song, everybody. Pack up all my care and woe. Here I go, I'm swinging low. Bye-bye, bye-bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar is sweet, so is she. Bye-bye, bye-bye, blackbird. No one here can love and understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light, and I'll arrive late tonight, blackbird. Bye-bye. Yeah, go get it, Lenny.
It's an old song out.
Oh, yeah, I know it is. But Sammy Davis's version and some of the swing versions.
No version like the Al Lambert version.
I love that. Keep going. Keep going to the bridge. Pack up all my care and woe. Here I go, singing low. Bye-bye, 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 blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, and so is she. Bye-bye, bye-bye, blackbird. No one here can love and understand me now. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll arrive late tonight, blackbird. We're going to go up a little. Blackbird, blackbird, bye-bye. Lovely Lynn Portas.
Bye-bye.
What a privilege I have to be doing this with Lynn Portas. And that's it. For everyone on Staten Island to see. Anyway, we have Lavinia coming in a minute, so I'm going to go over to the couch.
I think I dated him in the 80s. I don't know. How are you?
You look amazing like Susan.
What?
There's a little resemblance between you and Susan.
Who is this? Your girlfriend?
She was here before.
Who's Susan?
Yeah, she is my girlfriend,
comparing me to one of
actually.
your ex-girlfriends. I thought this always happens to me. They compare to somebody. There's no one like me. No.
That's the truth.
Me.
That's the truth.
It's the truth.
It certainly is. I heard you are very talented.
Yes, somebody must have told you. I mean, I think like 8 people realize that. I do have a fan club. I think it's like 6 people. There's Billy, Johnny, and the 2 boys. They married. They moved away, so they no longer really count.
But
I got like 8 fans.
I got emails, more than 8, 9 or 10. But bottom line is, I did hear that, and would you be honoring me by singing a song?
Honoring you?
Yeah.
Honor you? I would love to honor you. Sure. What kind of music do you like? You like the jazzy, swingy stuff?
I like anything you do, because everybody says
genre?
that you... Yeah, that's a good
The genre of swing? Let me ask, Lynn, do we have any swing music?
Yeah.
So we'll do a little swing number. I when I sing this, I think of him, of when I was young. You know, I went to Vegas. You ever go to Vegas?
I did, yeah.
All right, so my dream as a small child, I was 4 years old and I was crowned Miss Ascension Beach at the Sailfish Club in Palm Beach. I'm from Palm Beach, yes, I'm a socialite, yeah. I'm from Palm Beach. And I wowed them with my fast tap, you know, at 4 years old. Self-taught, of course. But, I wanted to be at Circus Casino, you know, singing at Slots of Fun Lounge. And I begged him, I said, Walter, please. Music makes me feel alive and happy. And he was like, baby, you're gorgeous. But I'm going to send you over to the Riviera. And I'm going to have you entertain my high rollers, you know, in the penthouse suite. The penthouse suite. So I arrive. I'm 17 and a half. I mean, what do I know? I just know I'm going to be discovered. Look at me. Right? Hi, Lavinia Draper. I'm going to entertain you. Hold me nice and tight, from early in the morning hours, then till late at night. My heart is young for you, only you got the knack. Hold me, I'll hold you right back. Kiss me a little on the neck, or maybe we can get a little closer with the neck. My lips are longing for you, only you got the knack. Kiss me, I'll kiss you right back. I just blush when you're near me and I don't know why. My heart goes a flutter like a butterfly. If you're feeling what I'm feeling, make it worth your while. Don't have to do much, just keep smiling that smile. Hold me, tell me that you're mine. Tell me I'm the only one, that'll do fine. This train is running faster, running out of the track. Hold me, I'll hold you right back. And then I can't contain myself, I must tap dance.
I love it.
Hey, what is this, the Lawrence Welk show? Thank you. They didn't appreciate it. They did not appreciate my tap dancing. So, the rest goes down in history. Love me. I'll tell you that you're mine. I'll tell you I'm the only one, and that'll be fine. This train is running faster, running out of the track. Hold me, I'll hold you nice and tight. Kiss me, I won't put up a fight. And love me, I love you right back.
Multiply that 1,000 times.
What happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what didn't happen? I mean, you know, Walter only saw me like as a commodity, you know.
Right.
I was just one of the girls, you know, because there were like 6 or 7 other showgirls like me going in and out of different ways, whatever, you know. And then I decided that I met this 2-bit producer, you know, the type that you meet sometimes.
Sure, I get
He's
it.
like, yeah, you like to sing and dance around, don't you? I got some money in a show in New York City, Cats. So I became Betty Buckley's standby in Cats, because we paid the right amount of money to get that to happen. But you know, I wasn't up for the gig. I was partying. I became a club kid. I mean, it's so boring being an understudy. Nothing ever happens. Be down in my cat suit that set traps for Betty Buckley. She would have went on limping. You know, she's a workhorse. So I was bored, and the costume directors, what do you call it? Dressers, not directors. The costume dressers asked me if I wanted to go to a New York City nightclub. And my picture flashed on the walls. I was immediately photographed with 2 shirtless Brooklyn boys. It was great. Yeah, so I became like a disco queen. So that's where I got. So we're going to do a little disco number. And unfortunately, the play that I wrote is pretty much based on that evening that I went out to the disco after my release. My release from the Betty Ford Clinic. I traveled the road less taken, opened the door and found nobody there. Turned back around again, opened another, found nobody cared. I searched for answers alone, exhausted and hungry, but knowing I'd find them. Not sure of where I was going. Let go of the memories, leave them behind. 'Cause Al, what is it about? The Al Lambert Show, it's all about the fans. It's all about you, the fans. I look out at the lights and let them shine down on me. Want a show that excites? Well, you can count on me. I'll be here. Give my all to the ones who show they care. I'm here on the stage. If I'm not here, then I'm just nowhere. Me, I've got no plans. This one's for the fans. Keep on changing.
Yeah, go get it.
You love me unconditionally. You love me for better or worse. You love me no matter the weather. Whether how well or not I rehearse, I look out at the lights and let them shine down on me. Want a show that excites? Well, you can count on me. I'll be here. Give my all to the ones who show they care. Lynn and Al, I'm here in the studio. If I'm not here, then I'm just nowhere. I gotta be somewhere. Me, I've got no plans. This one's for the fans. That's you out there. You with Al Lambert Show. Every month, you're the fans. Without you, we're nothing. And we're alone, performing in front of a mirror. With nobody caring. Very sad. Yes, I've got no plans. This one's for the fans. Ladies and gentlemen, this song was written by Lynn Portas in honor of you. That is This One's for the Fans from the new musical Doing Time with Lavinia.
Woo! Woo! Take it easy.
Take it easy.
That's great. When is the next show? That's what I really want to know.
Well, let me say.
All right.
The next show is going to be
Yes, the next show.
June 20th at 7 o'clock at the Stonewall Inn. I am going to release
20th.
my new disco comedy track video made by Lynn Portas. The song is Coming Home. And I made a comedy music video. We're going to play the video. Then we are going to do my play. Then we're going to sing open mic piano bar till 2 a.m. You should come sing, Al.
What
Maria
night?
Gentili.
Oh, I'd love to.
Monday, June 20th. Next
June.
Monday.
I'm going to try to see if I can do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next Monday, it's a benefit for Sigby. And then we are going to be at the United Solo Festival on October 21st. And in between that time and that time, we will see.
Right.
At that time, I'm just a missing person, an artist at large.
And I get that.
Yeah, I'm just an artist.
I always say, I'm in between gigs.
I'll be in between, preparing, losing weight, doing push-ups, trying to not look old.
That's the eternal fight, ain't it?
I'm a woman of a certain age. How can I cover it up?
Listen, I got a friend. He's got a glass eye, a hairpiece, and one tooth missing. He says when he goes to bed, he goes to bed in a drawer at night. He takes everything, he puts it in the drawer.
I've got a wonderful doctor in Queens shoot you up in the face, a couple $100. Takes care of everything. Who needs more than that?
So, let me ask you a question, Lavinia. What Lavinia? I said Lavinia. You might need a brain
Lavinia.
What do you think about women who have the lips get a little bigger? What's your opinion on that?
Okay.
This is off the cuff, by the way.
This is off the record.
Right.
I think everybody has the right to do whatever they want to do with themselves in this lifetime. But for me, I look like this.
Right.
So, if tomorrow we go out to dinner and I look like you, it's clear that something is awry. Either I was bitten by a bee and I have blown up, I have an allergic reaction.
That's very good.
See, now if you do a little something, a little nice something, but the lips have gone too far for me because you cannot hide that this is new.
Right.
You have to sort of you'd have to take a couple of pictures and post them out,
Good
so
point.
people are like, oh yeah, I saw your posting, and then and then when they see you, they might not be so struck.
That's true.
It's like what your friends do when they get a little augmentation. They call you first. They say, Lavinia, I want you to know when you come back and see me, we haven't seen each other in 6 months, I'm a little larger than I was before. I had a little augmentation. First, you have to look up the word augmentation. Like, what, did you lose your leg? I mean, is it like... What is it? Yeah.
Exactly.
So, you have to warn people.
Right.
Listen, Al, next time I'm on your show, I'll have different lips. Please don't be alarmed. I was not bitten by a bee or a wasp.
You said it right. That was a great reason.
Not the lips.
Right. That was a great reason. I'm very happy over that. Yeah.
A little eye. You don't want droopy eyelids. Women need, usually a man likes a woman's sexy eye, so you don't want the eyes droopy.
Right.
Maybe that. But the lips, no.
No, the lips, no. So we're in agreement on that deal.
Right.
Right. Well, my father had a famous expression when he saw something that he didn't like on a person. He would say, "Don't they own a mirror? They have no mirror in their house."
No, they have too many.
Too many.
Too many. See, too many.
Right.
If you have too many mirrors, because mirrors are deceiving, especially if you're a dancer. Anybody out there that goes to dance class, there's mirrors across like here, across the studio, and each mirror you look a little different in each one because it's not a true representation of what you look like.
True.
I think the best way is a picture because the camera, this is what you look like, so you'll know, but the mirror.
Yeah.
It's like a fun house.
I'm glad you said that.
It's like a fun house.
Every time I walk by a mirror, I turn around.
Who's that guy?
I don't look.
Who's that guy? Who is that person?
I happen to agree with you.
You scream.
Mirrors are not your friends.
Imagine you come back from the dot and the lips. You're like, ah! No lips.
Sing one more.
Yeah, give us another.
How about you going to sing?
No,
should we sing something together?
Anything you want, but I'd like to hear you do one.
That's a great idea. You should sing something together.
Yeah, I would do something together, but
Do you know all of me?
Of course.
All right, let's go line by line.
With you.
We go to this. What do we do?
Yeah, we'll go to that.
Yeah.
That's high. She doesn't care.
All of me, Al. Why not take all of me? Can't you see? I'm no good without you.
Take
my lips. Here go the lips again. I want to lose them. Take my arms. I'll never lose you. Who are them?
Your goodbyes, Allie, baby, left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on living without you?
Took the part that once was my heart. So why not
take all of
me? One more time, go ahead.
All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see? I'm no good, baby, without you.
Oh, yes, you are.
Take my lips.
Never mind those lips.
I'll never put Botox. Take my arm.
Keep those arms.
I'll do some push-ups. Your goodbye
left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? Together. You took the part that once was my heart. So why not take all of me? Why not
take all of me?
B flat.
Al Lambert, ladies and gentlemen.
The lips were perfect. We couldn't have picked a better song. Oh my
I know.
God.
You know what? Again, a higher power moment.
Do another
See
song.
what happens.
You do a song.
See what happens. We got a little more time. So, my lady.
Yes. I'm sorry. I was slacking. I laughed.
She was laughing. She laughs during the show. She'll be like, look, you gotta have fun. Okay, I will tell you what we learned at Tony and Tina's wedding.
Yeah.
And this comes from Mark Nasser, and if he sees this, it's your words coming through me. He was the original Tony and a great actor, great director, just a great person. He said, if we're having fun, they're having fun. The thing is performing, you have to be having fun because it's contagious. You know, you have to like let it out there. And a note, this, that, you cry. People forgive. Did you watch the Tonys last night?
No.
Okay, but there was a lot of forgiving that we had to do. We heard... We had to forgive a couple times,
Yes,
didn't we?
we did.
We forgave a couple of
I felt that way
times.
before it started.
Yeah, truth be told, we were forgiving.
We were out of control.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to try that one?
Truth be told, I was out of control.
You want to tell them what you're talking about?
Man, I was flying. I was spiraling down, no hope to be found. Never trying. I was living the dream. Snorting and drinking, using and thinking I'd be just fine. When I hit the bottom, the answers I got 'em. And just in time, thank you, Betty. Thank you, Betty Ford, for being the drunk that you were. The first lady had a problem, oh, the troubles you stirred. Then you came clean and brilliantly, you paved the way. And history is restored with a brand new Betty depiction. A positive look at your life and addiction. So clever. Your reputation was saved. Thank you, Betty Ford. Now, when I feel under stress, I like to exercise. You know, I like... intact. Thank you, Betty Ford, for being so trashed all the time. They covered up your mess, made recovery prime. Now the rest of us can heal in the most beautiful place today. Oh, The yard, the 4 square meals a day, the meditation, oh yeah. Now my faith is restored, I was on a steep slope I skid. I knew that I could do it, that's all you did. On behalf of the users, we'd all like to say, that we're ready for. Well, I didn't work out today, and I ate about a couple of strudels.
Oh, yeah.
I did. I had a couple of strudels with Lynn,
Oh, you know,
and I needed to work that off. Sorry.
That's all right.
Sometimes I just have to
You
exercise.
gotta do it.
I get that nervous energy, Al, you know?
I totally
Calisthenics.
get it. Me too.
Yeah, you should have seen
I
this
should
lady.
be more nervous. I'd be thinner.
You feel nervous? You should have seen the lady I was in jail with.
Oh, really? Tell me about
Yeah,
that lady.
she looked just like Mary Tyler Moore from Ordinary People. Remember?
I do.
Scary,
Yes, I
scary,
remember.
mean. That's how she
Yeah, I
looked
do.
with that short cropped hair, angry.
I know, I get it.
Yeah, she'd had
But it was
bod-
hip in those days.
Yeah, a few too many. You know, a little
I
hungover
get that.
constantly.
Well, I had a little run with that years ago.
With Mary Tyler?
No, too many.
Oh, having
No,
too many.
she wouldn't look at me.
Oh, she liked animals. I know she was an animal
There you go.
activist. I don't know if she even
Different.
liked men.
Yeah, I don't
Remember
know.
how
but
cute she was?
she was cute.
What
too.
happened?
Time changes all things.
Time changes everything,
That's
every mountain. Oh, I
right.
have a little story. That's Andrew Lloyd Webber, right?
Yeah.
From Love Changes Everything.
Right.
It's the one song, it's so catchy. I went to see the musical a million years ago, and you come out of there singing that song. You don't know what else happened, but you keep singing, love changes everything. Very catchy.
Yes, it is catchy. Well, Andrew Lloyd.
I digress.
I always digress. Well, so does Bette Midler. Good line.
Digress.
She used that in her
She
show.
is amazing.
She is amazing, I have to say.
Yeah.
She had a show called Clams on the Half Shell.
Oh, my gosh.
Do you remember that show at all?
Well, listen, I saw her live.
Okay, Clams on a Half Shell. She did that show for just about 5 years. So I kept, maybe 10 years later, I kept saying, why was that called Clams on a Half Shell? And then I remember that her dress, okay, she had an uplifting on her dress like a bra.
Right.
And all you could see was half. And then I realized that Clams on the Half Shell was what it was. But it took me 10 years to figure that out.
Oh, yeah, she's
I'm hipper
clever.
now than I was then. But
She made me laugh. I saw her at Radio City Music Hall, and she was very thin. And she goes, I see all of you in the front row judging me. She's like, oh, she's skinny now, but she'll be fat soon. She's walking around. It was so cute, yeah. Because she tells it like it is.
Yeah, she does tell it like it is. Well, we got about 5 minutes.
Oh,
I'm
goodness.
thinking. Okay.
I laugh so hard.
Yeah,
Everybody's
well,
watching
this is a
me.
great
My
thing.
eyes are tearing.
This is
My
a great
nose is
thing.
Why are you crying? What
Because
happened?
I'm laughing so hard.
Well,
It
it's
was a
supposed to-
pleasure. I'll say, to write
you go ahead.
music for Susan. She came to me and said, would you write a song for this musical? And it was only like one song, and then it turned into 2 songs, and then it turned into, let's just rewrite the whole show. And she lets me go. She trusts me on my,
That's how you have to do it.
what I think. Lyrically, if I didn't know Susan so well for so many years, I could not have written all these lyrics for her.
She must be a wonderful person.
My Susan. And Lavinia is my dear friend now.
Mm-hmm.
And Lavinia loves me for me. And Lavinia helped me, kind of break out a little bit too. It doesn't matter how old you are.
Right.
It's important.
Yeah.
And I thank Lavinia
Totally agree.
for, and she loves the dance track. So we're working here on Staten Island. I'm going to give Bill a shout out.
Yes,
Billy
Bill.
Vasquez. He's
Yep.
down Tottenville.
You told me
Brutal Bill,
he's on
Sector Records.
Amboy Road, am I right?
Amboy Road.
Right.
Yeah, I'll tell him I'm calling out for him. He's wonderful.
Great,
Reach out
great
to him.
engineer.
Well, we have a lot on
Yeah,
Staten Island.
wonderful sound engineer.
Good.
And a great studio down there if anybody wants. And he worked with everybody. But, the real dance track, like the 90s, 2000. He DJs big 2000.
Right,
Wu-Tang and,
Yeah.
great dance
Well,
tracks.
Wu-Tang was supposed to do
I
a thing,
know.
but he couldn't.
They
But
work with, he works with Bill also.
he works with Bill.
And I have to do a shout out that Lynn Portas should never be denied. She is so amazing.
It's true.
Her talent is something that
Out of
needs
this
to
world.
be seen, heard, and recognized. And
Thank
it
you,
is.
Lavinia.
It will be, and it is. I
Well,
I
mean,
did solo.
I have something I'm going to talk to you about later on
Yeah.
for you, about something for you. And we'll work on it. We'll work on it together.
Well, I can't wait to see you, Al, at
Well,
the show.
June 14th.
At the Stonewall on Monday.
Oh, that I want to come.
Oh,
I
yes,
wanna
come as
He'll
our
sing.
guest.
He
Yeah,
can sing.
I want to come.
Al will come up and sing.
I want to
too.
come.
Yeah,
June 20th.
It's so wonderful
What time
to meet
does
you.
it start?
7.
7-ish.
7.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be right at 7. We're
All right,
going to
good.
go
All right, 7
because
o'clock.
we
All
have we have to
Yeah,
do
sure.
the second part, which is the piano bar at 9.
Okay.
So we got to get all of our hoo-ha
Great.
out of the
All
way.
right, so-
And yeah.
All right. You know,
Lavinia, I love the feathers.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you know.
It's beautiful.
I like to put it all together.
I do.
Little look. It all matches. It's all in my
Certainly does.
mind, you know.
Certainly does.
The look. You know, you could get away with anything if you just do it.
If you do it, absolutely.
You know, because,
I say
you
it
know,
all the time.
I look
if you
at
feel
children.
comfortable with it or make believe that you look comfortable with it, it's going to be comfortable to others.
But you got to look at children. They wear purple and pink socks with orange tights with flowers all over them, and then a striped dress and a hat, and it's like that's the cutest kid in the
Right.
world,
It's a-
and it looks
I
great.
agree.
You're like, it
I
works. If it works on a kid, it'll work on me.
I agree. Well, my father had 2 styles of dressing. You know, really sharp and slob. He only had 2 modes. You know? That's how he felt. He'd throw anything on him. My mother go, well, you can't go out like that. Don't worry about it. You know.
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
how it was. Anyway, so what can I say? You were terrific.
Oh, what can I
Really?
say? You're terrific.
No, I'm not. But you are terrific.
As
I
Maria
mean
would
that.
say,
Really
we're in the
terrific.
Who's Better Than You club.
I
Who's
know.
better than you?
Who's be-
Nobody.
Nobody. Well, Maria, she used to do a routine, and I remind her all the time about her cousin Vinny, that how we used to.
Sunny Italy
It was,
yeah.
oh my God, it was
So funny.
the funniest thing. And you, what can I say? You know,
A lot of years, Al Lambert.
in a lot of years.
And
But,
yeah.
we're not the worst for it because we're still doing it with the energy that we originally did
As
it
long
with.
as I'm working.
Can't lose my faith because I've worked much too hard to get where I'm at. It's scary out there when fear gets the best of you. Hey, I know that. And I know true well I was never the one to accept what will be. Always knew something was better out there, and giving up never an option for me. As long as I'm working, I'm happy. As long as I'm happy, there's music. As long as there's music, I'm breathing. As long as I'm breathing, I'll just keep going on. I keep moving and growing. Grow to a new height and knowing I'll make it anywhere. Turn the page, I'll still be there. The curtain will close, but I know until then I'll keep on dreaming, keep on believing, I'll keep on fighting as long as I can. As long as I can.
So we're going to say goodnight. I normally tell everyone because they show this show at different times. If it's 3 in the morning, go to bed. It's late. It's the Al Lambert Show. Tonight was with Lynn Portas, the fabulous Lynn Portas, Susan Campanaro, alias Lavinia Draper.
Yes.
And go on, check YouTube, see the shows. This is an incredible show. It would be worth your while to see it. As I said before, it's cathartic. Okay, thank you for listening.
Thank you, Al. Thank you. All of me. Why not take all?
Why not take all of me?
Can't you see?
Can't you see?
I'm no good, baby, without you.
Oh, yes, you are.
Take my lips.
Never mind those lips.
I'll never put Botox. Take my arm.
Keep those arms
I'll do some push-ups.
together.
Your goodbye
Left me with eyes that cry.
How can I
go
tomorrow we might not be together. I'm no prophet, and I don't know nature's ways. That was weird, wasn't it? So I try to see into your eyes right now. Here we go. And just stay right here, 'cause these are the good old days. These are the good old days.